Players sharpen their throwing accuracy in this game we call Four Corners. Divide your team into 4 groups and send each group to a different base. Everyone has a glove. The first player in each group gets up on the bag. Whoever is at catcher gets a ball. Whether you're coaching baseball or softball, the game is the same. Here's how it looks. On your call,
go!
The players throw the ball around the diamond, from catcher to first, to second to third, and back to home.
Catcher will step, throw, catch, turn, step, throw, catch, turn, step, throw, all the way around the horn.
After 2 rounds, change the order. Now going from catcher to second, to first, to third, and back to home. Play 2 more rounds before the next players in each line are up.
Next group up.
Count how many times the team can throw the ball without dropping it. Remind them that the best way to whip the ball around the field is with a smooth transfer, moving the ball from glove to hand in one fluid motion. In the actual game, that can be the difference between getting the out or allowing a run.
Mojo on 3. 1, 2, 3, Mojo!
Keep your eyes on the ball, both of them. This is 2-ball. Circle up your players so they're standing equidistant from each other without gloves. You stand in the middle of the circle with 2 balls, 1 in each hand. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same. Here's how it looks.
You up first, big guy. Let's go. Ready?
Make eye contact with the player and underhand both balls to them at the same time. They must catch 1 in each hand before underhanding them back to you. Keep track of how many successful catches they make before a ball hits the ground, then challenge them to beat their streak next time. Once they get the hang of it, volunteers can take a turn in the middle. You can make things more competitive by giving players a point for every ball they catch. Whoever has the highest score after 5 rotations wins the round.
There we go.
Sure, most players would rather catch softballs and baseballs with their gloves, but that's not always possible. This gives them confidence to barehand the ball when necessary, like catching an awkward feed while turning 2.
Moneyball takes on a whole new meaning in this game we call Hit the Helmet. It doesn't matter if you're playing with baseballs or softballs. In this game, the rules are the same. Place a helmet at home plate. You can up the ante by sticking a dollar bill in one of the vents. Then line your team up at shortstop, or an appropriate distance for your player's skill level, and place a bucket of balls at the front of the line.
Doesn't matter how many bounces it takes for you to hit the helmet, you just have to hit the helmet.
On your call, the first player in line grabs a ball and throws it at the helmet. After 1 try, the next player in line is up. Whoever hits the helmet first wins the round, and the money. Then move the players even further from the helmet and play again. Players will love the chance to earn their first dollar as a pro. But if they struggle to stay on target, remind them to use their non-throwing arm to point towards the helmet as they throw. You never know, it could just pay off.
Every runner is in scoring position in this game called Base Path Blitz.
Here we go, here we go.
Line up your team behind home plate. You stand in foul territory near one of the base paths. If you have a second coach, you can cover both. Baseball and softball players use this game to prepare for any base running scenario that comes their way. Here's how it looks. 1 player at a time steps into the batter's box and gets into their stance, but without a bat.
Go!
On your call, they pretend to swing and take off running. When they approach first, they must listen or look to you.
There you go, right here.
As you tell them to either run through the bag, turn and look,
Take a look. Here you go. Come back.
or round the bag and go to second.
2, go 2, go 2, go 2.
When approaching second, they look to you again to tell them whether to stay at second, continue to third and stay there,
Up on the base right here.
or round third for home and don't look back.
Go, 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 let's go.
Give players a point every time they touch the plate. They'll love keeping track of their score as they stack up runs. Remind them that, just like in the actual game, they don't need to see the ball to decide whether to go or stay. That's up to you, coach. They just have to listen up and run hard.
Let's go!
Fielding grounders is all about finding the right angles in the outfield. This is Nailed It. Line players up in the outfield. Everyone has a glove. You stand about 15 feet away with a bat and a ball. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same. Here's how it looks. Hit a ground ball to the first player in line. They field it by dropping their throwing side knee to the ground and sweeping the ball into their glove with the other hand. Then they stand up and throw the ball back to you in one fluid motion. In the actual game, balls won't always take a clean hop on the outfield grass. This technique will help outfielders keep any ball in front of them and the base runner stuck at first.
Mojo!
Outfielders practice cutting runners down at the plate in a game we call throwing seeds. Place a trash can on its side at home plate, with the opening facing the field. Line your team up in the outfield and stand 50 feet away with a bat and a bucket of balls. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same. Here's how it looks. The first player in line gets in ready position in the outfield, with their legs moving and knees bent. Once you hit a ball to them, they have to field it before trying to throw it towards home and into the can. After throwing, they return to the end of the line and the next fielder is up. Play a few rounds, making sure to hit grounders and fly balls, so your team gets experience fielding both. Whoever gets the ball into the trash the most times wins. Players love any chance to compete, and some friendly competition between teammates is healthy. But if they're struggling to get it in the trash, remind them to use proper form. Elbow up, glove pointed at the target, and let it fly. Outfielders show off top 10 worthy grabs in this game we call Trust Catch. Line the whole team up in the outfield and stand in front of them with a bucket of balls. Whether you're playing with softballs or baseballs, this game is the same. Here's how it looks. On your call, the first player in line takes one step in your direction. When you point to the right or left, they take a step in that direction as you throw the ball over their corresponding shoulder.
Ball player, very nice, very nice.
That's their cue to track it down and make an over-the-shoulder catch. You can make things more competitive by rating each catch on a scale of 1 to 10. If players are struggling, remind them not to quite run, but rather glide on the balls of their feet. That will help steady their head so they can accurately track the ball into their glove.
Let's go, Mojo!
Hitters lay down bunts as fielders try turning them into outs. This is bunting bonanza. Send fielders to each position to play defense. The rest of the group is on offense, with a runner on first, a hitter at the plate, and everyone else on deck. You stand in front of the pitcher's mound with a ball. Finally, set up 4 cones as gates for the batter to aim their bunt towards. Here's how it looks. You pitch the ball to the hitter, just like in batting practice, but here, they're only allowed to bunt. To make the play, the fielders must execute proper rotation, with second base and shortstop moving to cover first and third. Give the offense a point if the batter bunts the runner to second, and 2 points if they're also safe at first. The defense gets a point if it gets the runner out at first, and 3 points if they can turn a double play. Play until everyone's gotten a turn to bunt, then swap roles and play again. Fielding a bunt involves a lot of moving parts, so remind fielders to slow down the game and focus on making the right decision. Even though hitters are bunting, they should still choose their pitches just as wisely. Remember, in the actual game, a bunt is still a swing, so pitch selection is just as important.
Pitchers pepper the strike zone from near and far in this game we call Go the Distance. Create a line between home plate and the pitcher's circle by evenly spacing 3 cones on the ground, starting 10 feet from the plate. Here's how it looks. The pitcher begins at the cone closest to home and gets into set position, hands together and feet spread, as you or another player sets up as catcher. Then, using only the arm circle portion of their delivery, they throw the ball to you. Once they throw 3 strikes, they move back a cone, repeating the process until they reach the pitching rubber. Then, they throw 3 strikes using their full windup and delivery before the next pitcher is up. This is a fun and effective way to get the arm loose before a game or practice. It's also a great way for pitchers to hone in on their proper release point. It should always be the same, regardless of which cone they throw from. Remember, when it comes to pitching mechanics, consistency is key.
The play is always to the mound in this game we call Pitcher's Poison. Divide the group into 2 teams. Send one team to the field and one to bat. You stand at the mound with a ball, ready to pitch. Here's how it looks. Teams play a normal baseball or softball scrimmage, with a twist. All the defense needs to do to get an out is throw the ball back to the pitcher before the runner gets on base.
Gotcha!
Play a normal game to a set number of innings. Then mix up the teams and play again. This is a great way to get beginners comfortable playing the field. They won't have to worry about defensive scenarios and can focus on fielding the ball and getting it back to you. For more advanced players, it's a back-to-basics game that puts all the focus on hitting and having fun.
1, 2, 3, let's go!